Panginoon, talagang pinapasword sa God's Everybody stand. It's our opening song.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. We are officially ready to begin our day. I ask that out of safety to keep your masks on. There's sanitizers around right at the front door there. You're more than welcome to be seated. If you're grouped, you can definitely move your chairs together. That's all right. I'll need Brendan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have another table set up on the side here for our leadership. You're more than welcome to be seated up here. We also have our royalty who we invited out to join us for today, and I'll acknowledge them in a bit. But other than that, I'd like to first off thank our Creator for blessing us with this very beautiful sunny day. And I thank each and every one of you for taking the time to join us in today. It's definitely a special day for our nation. And also those who are joining in live, welcome. All our elders, members, youth, all the relatives out there. Welcome to today and thank you for being part of our day. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be beginning with, first off, our opening prayer. I have presented tobacco to our elder, Martin Spyglass. So with that, I ask each and every one of you to respectfully be quiet for a bit for the opening prayer. And then with that, we will continue with our agenda. Here you go, Martin. And the microphone's on.
Okay, you tell me when it's ready.
You go ahead.
Pardon?
Yeah, you go ahead. We're ready.
Okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Yes, I've been my more by the new chief Tanya and so is the councillors. There was two councillors here before, Christian Bird and Sir Debbie Stone. But there's three new ones that came up here. They're going to go kayak. That they're going to go kayak. They have to learn. They have to learn to be leaders in the future for the people of this reserve. Jigema, tanah tu ke uskar ke penigania ke peapatena no gomaya umoniganiun. We start from this reserve first before we could go outside of the reserve. But the leaders that were there before, they knew that we must do those 3 young leaders there. They must follow up to what they do. They must learn by them. To learn by them how what they do and how they do it. Gradually, later on, they'll go to meetings with white people. Then they started there the politics of white people. That's the way I came to learn myself. And this is the same thing with Chief Tanya. She was young to get in there, and so is the other 2. Now, but I advise you, I'm glad to see the young people get in here. We did, I believe, us older people, we did our share that we should step out on the side and make room for the young people to go ahead and build this future of this reserve for the young generation. This is what I wanted to see many times. This is what I said before. When I quit at the year 2000, I told my sister Jenny at that time, I said, Jenny, I'm going to step out. I'm going to make room for the young generation to go ahead and do the rest of the way I'll leave off, I said. This is what I did. I wanted to see young people to go there. Not till about 2 years ago, that Tanya, and the Chief Tanya, I met her on the street that time coming out from the bank. Then I told her, Tanya, you're going to be the next chief, I said. Gradually, it did happen. And I'm glad she got in. There's just a young generation. We must think about this young generation, us older people. We did our share in the back, way back already. But let's make room for the young people. That's for the future. We must build a future for our young generation in this reserve. One of these days, those young people, young girls, young boys, they'll be having children. But we talk on them, they have to learn to educate themselves, to do something, what is the best for them, what they want to be, what kind of work they want. They can be a carpenter, teacher, whatever they want, heavy equipment operator. They can do this for young people, young girls. They can do, many young girls can do the man's work just as well as a young man. This is what we want to see. At the same time, the word Grand Boudry had built that place in Cultural Hill there by the south side of Battleford. He did a lot of things for people, young people. He hired a lot of people. And here we see a lot of security people on the road. They look after the people in this reserve. That's right. But it's too bad that the virus, that sickness that went around the world that came here and destroyed many of our people around the world. We had lost many of our relatives, even though, but still we continue to live as it is, to continue to live the life of God, whatever we have to finish our journey here on earth. Then I came to see that I want to see something to be turned out better for the future of the people in this mosquito, grizzly bear, lean man band in the future. Let's do something. Let's get together. Let's get united together. Let's work together. Not leave the jealousy out. Leave the hate out. We do not get against each other. We have to do something for ourselves, do something for this world, do something for the leaders, to help those leaders that's in here. The other Chief Tanya, the other leaders. We must help them. Oh, that's the only way we can do things better for this reserve. We want to see build up a better future for the people also in this mosquito reserve and green man and grizzly bear. The government in the government is the one who do things. See more because many of those young people want to because we start to have the right consequence to that. And we don't sit dancing away. I see no we should big statement dancing in the way I see no task. Father, Lord God, I come to you. Only you can do something for us. You have your hand over us, this mosquito could stay bare people, and also the chief Tanya and so the other leaders. We come to you, Lord, not to be short of glory of God from you, but to help build us up, to build the Spirit of God to be with us, to go forward and to look up to you. You're the one that's going to go on with the future for this generation, Lord, in the future. You can be the one, Lord, to have the Holy Spirit of God to be with us. To go follow up the best way you know how, the best way you want to show us how to go by your Spirit. It's your Spirit that leads us. It's your Spirit that shows. It's your Spirit that guides us, the learners. It's your Spirit that reveals to us that we are here to do the work for you. Then here I do on earth here. You let every one of us to do the work here, to help one another, to build up the world. That's your word. That's your word, Father, Lord God. That's the way you wanted us to do. But let it be united together and do the work for the best thing for each other. It doesn't matter what we say, what doesn't matter what nationality it is, but still we have to care each other. And that's all. That's the main thing we need to forward to be with us. And bless all the chief Tanya and his council and all the new ones that came in here. That's the one. We ask you, Lord, it's your will. It's your will from now on to look upon us, Lord. What does this Christmas, New Year's is coming, Lord. There'll be another year next year, Lord. But let it be, lad, that we will prosper and do better than that. Power to bring out many things here in the reserve. Many things that will be power and many other things that will bring out those people, those leaders. And we ask you to look after all the band law employees, band office, clinic, daycare, and many others. Even here at the school, you'll look after them. You'll be there with them all the time, and to look after all the children, their relatives. We ask you in Jesus' name. Amen. God, the Spirit of God to be with us. Amen.
Hi. Good day, Dansa. How's everybody today? Emery Burning Grass here. Nista no te pik squatagog no te witamatagog this next election. Good niga. I'm just grateful to be here. Nanaskaman pentamgo anga pewitita swanista. Donald McDonald nitsiga sanasaskiga sagwet wigitsilgaskasio saga iganutza. I'd like to congratulate Chief Tanya and the new council, the past council, and yeah, very grateful. Anud sutanista kapewichi taswan, and being a leader is probably a big responsibility. And no matter who gets in or who we elect, not everybody is going to be happy, and that's the problem with our people. There's a lot of jealousy, envy, and ni stamsta igomagi pewapaten with the witsagoskasiusagaigan. I'll give you guys one little example. Taskuts nistuma kapamutan kapan kapan witsagai sinwag kapaptik. Mstahegi pamutan, mstahegomagi wapaten miuwitseutun. Ego nista kwatagi tanman egomba. In my community, I've done almost 350 different communities, and still to this day, Onion Lake, they still never hired me. And with I guess I just want to say that with the new leadership, for myself personally, it takes a lot out of my spirit, out of trying to be proud. Ni stagi gwe gaskita maswan. Ego not being able to do it because of this jealousy and envy, and with the chief and council here, from my personal experience, I just want to say, be there for your youth, because that's our future. And, with the way things are going, I think we all need to pray together and be together in unity. Moiga mai miuitota, be a solid foundation. And I know Tanya, she's Tanya Stone. I've known her for a couple years, and very good leader. She's got good characteristics. I've known her dad in Paimutot. And igwa mamas tenute mam skutaman. Puga kamiuwito to. In order quais kes pai puki kwe. Maga nanas kamangi Tom. Hi, and Mugi Sagan Sakakyo, Emrigo Wewita Hauta, Pamuski Sitayago. Hi.
So at this time, I would like to announce the official numbers from this past Friday for the chief candidate. We have Tanya Eigler Antiman Stone with 276 votes. From the councillor candidates, we have Tristan Bird with 200 votes. We have Celeste Sanders with 172 votes. We have Brad Starchief with 159 votes. We have Deb Stone with 183 votes. And we have Sandy Wahobin with 175 votes. So at this time, I would like to call up Chief Tanya Aguilar Antiman to read the oath of allegiance in front of all our membership here, our membership who are joining us online, and as well as our elders who are presented here. Chief. What we will do is we'll go through the oaths of allegiances for all of our leadership. We will formally introduce them, and then we'll have Senator and also Elder Clarence Stone to say some words on behalf of themselves, their families, and the nation to our new leadership.
Oath of Alliance to the Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation Government. I have been elected Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation membership to the Council of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man, and solely swear and affirm I will be faithful and bear true alliance to the ancestors, the people, and all future generations of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation. I will operate on spirit, intent, and our inherent and treaty rights. I will uphold Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man administration policies and act in accordance with all of other Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nations governing documents, bylaws, general meeting resolution, band council resolutions, policies, vision and mission statement, values, strategic plan, culture, language, and spirituality. I will carry out the powers entrusted to me and perform the duties in my office diligently, faithfully, to the best of my skill and knowledge, at all times provide ethical, effective, efficient, and responsible leadership of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation. I will also always endeavor to advance the best interests of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation, that I will keep confidential all matters entrusted to me in confidence. I will not improperly disclose any matter that comes to my knowledge as a result of my office. I will not use any such knowledge for personal advantage or gain, and I will not allow my private interests to improperly influence my conduct in public office. That to the best of my knowledge, I am not disqualified in any way from holding the office of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation Council, and I have not by myself or any other person knowingly engaged in bribery, corruption, or intimidation to gain election to the council of office. I will seek to bring honor to Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man in all circumstances in which I am called upon to represent the Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation publicly. So help me, Creator.
All right. So next we will call up Deborah Stone to state her oath of allegiance.
I have here been elected by Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Lean Man First Nation membership to the Council of the Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Lean Man First Nation, and solemnly swear and affirm I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the ancestors, the people, and all future generations of Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Lean Man First Nation. I will operate on spirit, intent, and our inherent and treaty rights. I will uphold Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Lean Man First Nation administration policies and act in accordance with all other Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Lean Man First Nation governing documents, bylaws, general meeting resolutions, band council resolutions, policies, vision and mission statements, values, strategic plans, culture, language, and spirituality. I will carry out the powers entrusted to me and perform the duties in my office diligently, faithfully, to the best of my skills and knowledge. At all times, provide ethical, effective, efficient, and responsible leadership to the Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Lean Man First Nation. I will always endeavor to advance the best interest of the Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Lean Man First Nation, that I will keep confidential all matters entrusted to me in confidence. I will not improperly disclose any matter that comes to my knowledge as a result of my office. I will not use any such knowledge for my personal advantage or gain, and I will not allow my private interest to improperly influence my conduct in public office. That, to the best of my knowledge, I am not disqualified in any way from holding the office of the Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Lean Man First Nation Council, and have not by myself or any other person knowingly engaged in bribery, corruption, or intimidation to gain election to the council office. I will seek to bring honor to the Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Lean Man First Nation in all circumstances in which I am called upon to represent the Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Lean Man First Nation publicly. So help me, Creator. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll call up Celeste Mooseman to state her oath of allegiance.
I have been elected by Mosquito Grizzly Bear Heads Lean Man First Nation membership to the Council of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation and solemnly swear and affirm I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the ancestors, the people, and all future generations of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation. I will promote on spirit, intent, and our inherent and treaty rights. I will uphold Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation administration policies and act in accordance with all other Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation government documents by laws, general meeting, resolution, band council resolutions, policies, vision and mission statements, values, strategic plans, culture, language, and spirituality. I will carry out the powers entrusted in me and perform the duties in my office diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my skills and knowledge at all times. Provide ethical, effective, efficient, and responsible leadership to Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation. I will always endeavor to advance the best interests of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation. I will keep confidential all matters entrusted with me in confidence. I will not improperly disclose any matter that comes to my knowledge as a result of my office. I will not use any such knowledge for my personal advantage or gain, and I will not allow any private interest to improperly influence my conduct in public office. To the best of my knowledge, I am not disqualified in any way from holding office of the Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation Council. And I have not by myself or any other person knowingly engaged in bribery, corruption, or intimidation to gain the election of the council office. I will seek to bring honor to the Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation in all circumstances in which I am called upon to represent Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation publicly. So help me, Creator.
Hi, hi. Sandy Wahobin. Kego, Tumgon State.
I have been elected by Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation to Council of the Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation. And I solemnly swear and affirm I will be faithful, I'll be true allegiance to the ancestors, the people, the future generations of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation. I will operate on a spirit, intent, our inherent and treaty rights. I will uphold Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nations administration policies and endurance with all other Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation governing documents by the laws, general meetings, resolutions, band council resolutions, policies, and vision and mission statements, values, strategic plans, cultural, language, spirituality. I'll carry out my powers and trust to me and perform the duties in my office diligently, faithfully, to the best skills and knowledge at all times. Provide ethical, effective, efficient, and responsible leadership to Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation. I will always endeavor to advance the best interests of the Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nations, that I will keep confidential all matters entrusted to me in confidence. I will not improperly disclose any matter that comes to my knowledge as a result of my office. I will not use any such knowledge for my personal advantage or gain. I will not allow my private interests to improperly influence the conduct in public office. That to the best of my knowledge, I am not disqualified in any way from holding the office of the Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Leman First Nation Council. I have not by myself or any other person knowingly engaged in bribery, corruption, or intimidation to gain election to a council office. I will seek to bring honor to the Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Leman First Nation in all circumstances in which I called upon to represent the Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Leman First Nation publicly. So help me, Creator. Aho.
Hi, Sandy. Next, the newly elected Brad Star Chief. Okay, tumgon. Chesko. Sagan skana tat nigan.
I have been elected by Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation membership to the Council of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation, and solemnly swear and affirm I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the ancestors, the people, and all future generations of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation. I will operate in spirit, intent, and our inherit the treaty rights. I will uphold Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation administration policies and act in accordance with all other Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation government documents, bylaws, general meetings resolutions, band council resolutions, policies, visions, and mission statements, values, strategic plans, culture, language, and spirituality. I will carry out the powers entrusted to me and perform the duties in my office diligently, faithfully, to be the best of my skills and knowledge. At all times provide ethical, effective, efficient, and responsible leadership to Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation. I will always endeavor to advance the best interests of Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation. I will keep confidential all matters entrusted to me in confidence. I will not improperly disclose any matter that comes to my knowledge as a result of my office. I will not use any such knowledge for my personal advantage or gain. I will not allow my private interest to improperly influence my conduct in public office. That, to my best of my knowledge, I am not disqualified in any way of holding the office of the Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation Council. I have not, by myself or any other person, acknowledged engaged in bribery, corruption, intimidation to gain election to the council office. I will seek to bring honor to the Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation in all circumstances in which I am called upon to represent Mosquito Grizzly Bear Head Lean Man First Nation publicly. So help me, Creator.
Hi, Brad. Counselor Tristan Bird.
I have been elected by Mosquito Grizzly Bear's Head Lean Man First Nation membership to the Council of Mosquito
Grizzly Bear's Head, Lead Man First Nation, and solemnly swear and affirm I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the ancestors, the people, and all future generations of Mosquito First Nation. I will operate in spirit, intent, and our inherent and treaty rights. I will uphold Mosquito Grizzly Bear's Head First Nation administration policies and act in accordance with all other Mosquito First Nation governing documents, bylaws, general meeting solutions, band council resolutions, policies, vision, and statements, values, strategic plans, culture, language, and spirituality. I will carry out the powers entrusted to me and perform the duties in my office diligently, faithfully, to the best of my skills and knowledge at all times, provide ethical, effective, efficient, and responsible leadership to Mosquito First Nation. I will always endeavor to advance the best interests of the Mosquito First Nation. That I will keep confidential all matters entrusted to me in confidence. I will not improperly disclose any matter that comes to my knowledge as a result of my office. I will not use any such knowledge for my personal advantage or gain, and I will not allow my private interests to improperly influence my conduct in public office. That to the best of my knowledge, I am not disqualified in any way from holding the office of the Mosquito First Nation Council, and I have not by myself or any other person knowingly engaged in bribery, corruption, or intimidation to gain election to the council office. I will seek to honor to the Mosquito First Nation in all circumstances in which I am called to represent the Mosquito Grizzly Bear's Head Lean Man First Nation publicly. So help me, Creator. Aho.
Hi, hi. So again, I'd like to congratulate your Mosquito Grizzly Bearhead Lean Man First Nation new chief in council. Let's give them a round of applause. Ayagwa Senator Jenny Spyglass Kegagan Tumgon Kapepik Squin.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, and anas kumakanos ksemanto. Kakegi go etawis tamagoa. Katakuti auta kik sepe mi wanska. Maga, tepo atak tugmaganim no tagape ni paut. Kapewich ka postout. I want to honor you with a shawl. I'm going to tell the people what I believe. These fringes here, the fringes that's in here, they are your people. You look after them. And this cloth means your covering. And the eagles is your friends. When you're in trouble, sad or lonely, you call upon the eagle and the eagle will come. They're your stronghold and protection. Thank you. Hi. I didn't mean to give only one shawl to my leaders, but the other two ladies, Deborah, I congratulate you. I will, in my time, I will make another shawl for her. My granddaughter, Celeste, I will make you a shawl too. We're proud of who we are. And the young man that I have went in, you tell me your sizes, I will make ribbon shirts for them. I will do it in my time. Next week, I'll be 80 years old. But every morning I get up, I thank him. Every morning I go to work. God is my strength. He is my everything. And I leave that to you, young people. When you get up in the morning, thank him. Your route, the journey you're going is 24/7. I know it. During the night, you're nicely sleeping and your phone rings. Remember, every one of you have cell phones, and when it rings, answer it. Somebody might be in emergency. Somebody needs you, or somebody needs to talk to you. I thank everyone, the band members, these beautiful young ladies, the young man. Keep your culture precious. Go without alcohol and drugs. That's how I got healed. I'm not afraid to tell people I got healed by the drum. I was mentally disturbed when I lost my son, but the drum healed me. Again, I dance for the healing. When you see me in a powwow, I'm dancing for healing. I love every one of you. God bless everyone. I congratulate Fasayan, BATC. I work with all of them. Band members, I love you all. Hi, hi. Thank you.
Hi, Jenny. Clarence Stone, Kegog and Timgon.
Oh, stay. I want to say good morning. Congratulate you, the chief and council. I think today the journey is going to start. I want to wish them good travels, good health, our people, our relatives, even whole Canada, North America, even the other countries today. It's scary all over this world, I guess. The weather is changing. They kind of talk about food is gonna, even now, it's really, it costs lots. So all those things, it'd be great to live alcohol, drug-free life, especially the young people. I didn't know I was gonna be here till last night, maybe midnight. Tanya phoned me. She said she brought tobacco at my house, but I wasn't home. Wanted me to come here. But I've been a Native American Church member. I think my dad was a member before he passed on. So born and raised, I guess, my grandparents, both sides, were Native American Church members. In about 50 years, I think, this year, my uncle Williams here, we built a log house, put a sweat in there. So it's been 50 years. I was thinking about it last night. So I really enjoyed that life, the way they were, the elders. All those elders are gone. I kind of find just me and William kind of left to carry on, to take over. So that's what we try and do. But I'm 69 years old. I can't really move the way I used to. I used to go haul wood, get the sweat ready for the winter. Used to try and at least haul 2,000 rocks at least to get us by the whole winter. Those things I can't really do now. I don't know what to do. But maybe something will work out. Like I said, the future just started for all of us, for them kids. Our grandfathers, like mosquito, grizzly bear, and lean man. Those were my grandpa. I think those were his uncles. Them old chiefs, their dad, I guess he passed away. We call Rally's Field over here. He was buried over there somewhere. That'd be Sophie's grandpa. We tried to go walk around trying to find that grave. My uncle said, he said, there should be rocks all around that grave, he said, but we couldn't find it. And when I became chief, Grandma Star Chief, she said, called me over, grandson, come. Your grandpa Your grandpa's pipe is somewhere. You guys try and find it. Bring it home. That pipe, I guess she said, you gotta pray with it every morning, he said. That's what the old man did, I guess. I thought about it, I made a few phone calls. There's us to go somewhere to go. See if we can find it. But that's maybe when the pipe's ready to come, it might come home. When the buffalo kind of disappeared, this territory, the chief's men went riding looking for food, buffalo. They rode all over, they said, trying to find food, feed the nation. And somewhere's over there, there's a big lake, they said. Why, they seen these tracks, buffalo, a herd of buffalo. They followed them. The tracks went into that lake, they said. So they rode around that lake, see where they came out from. They didn't come out. So when they're like, I don't know how they knew that these buffalo went somewhere. When the time comes, when the hard times come, he said them ones, they're going to be coming out. Soon after that, the First Nations at the time, they had a camp over here somewhere. And that chief lived right in the middle of the camp, his people. That day, the women, they cooked all they had left for that day, evening. There's nothing to cook tomorrow, they said. So they went and told that chief. We got no food for tomorrow. Already getting dark. He called his men, the best men he had. Before daylight, before that sun comes out, before daylight, he said, he told them, I want you guys to be over there. There's a hill. He said, a long hill like that. On the other side, there's a field. It's open. Go there before daylight. That's what the chief told his men. So that's what they did. They went and they were there before daylight, the men. When that sun was coming out, they said, as soon as that sun was out, they were waiting here. pretty soon on the other side of the hill, there was they said there was 4 buffalo come walking. So they took those buffalo. So they had food for that day. Those chiefs, I guess they were real. They knew they maybe communicate with the grandfathers, the spirits. Maybe they talked to them, they prayed, they sing, they lived a real clean life. I think about those kind of stuff all the time. I just want to see and make sure that we don't go through that again. Our people to be hungry, the kids. I heard some old people talking to the predictions. They said maybe someday we were kids. Maybe these kids will see that. They said. They said you'll have a wheelbarrow full of money. You're going to be pushing that wheelbarrow, trying to buy something, trying to buy food. There'll be nothing to buy. So they talk about that. I know my auntie Ethel, she knows a lot about that past Native people, how they were. And the time God created this world, He wanted to show it, to show this like a pictures, and He couldn't show it to anyone. I guess He drew the world, everything, water. That's when he couldn't show that picture to anybody. That's when He created life. Because He's the creator. He just made everything, like this world where we're at. Gave us life. Gave us to have kids, to raise family. They can become somebody someday when they grow up. It'd be a good place to be. So they say where we're at here is just it's like heaven. We see everything. We see birds flying, animals walking around. We see kids being born. And life comes to an end for old people, I guess. When we're done our journey, we're done our work, we have to go. God will make sure He calls us, go to that spirit world, you see. And then when God started creating everything, He said, these are my own, His own. those were his, the eagle and the bear. These are mine. So that's why we really respect eagles, bears. We pray. We have powwows. We use the eagle feather. When we bless someone, we try and use the feathers. So that's why I'm very thankful to come here. I never had a chance. I tried talking to the boys all the time. What I heard, what I know. I know you'll know when somebody talks about the truth. You'll feel it. You'll understand it. And there's people that will talk. Sometimes they don't make sense, but that's how it is where we're at. So God, our chief and council can understand, or something will help them. They'll know who needs what, who needs some help right now. But anyway, I want to say we had a lot of people running for council. That's the sad part is we only need five council, one chief. Not everybody wins this election. But anyway, I want to say that much, you, everybody that's here. I'm glad my cousin wife here, Denise, is still here with us. My cousin Charles, that hurt, that loneliness, kind of why. That's how I feel. Why does it have to be? But anyway, we have to let go. We have to honor God's rules. We have to accept them. So that's all I want to say. I'm glad my friend here, BTC here, Neil, glad to see you. Everybody, you, my grand, all the employees for the community. There's a big change just for 2 years, man. I see a lot of things, a lot of people working. I hope that continues. We can enjoy what we have, the world, our reserve. Just this sickness is, I don't think it shouldn't be around here. I hope we'll stick.
So with that, friends and relatives, oh, not that tall. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge our Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Leanman First Nations 2021-2022 royalty. So with me to my left here, we have Senior Princess Deanna Star Chief. You can stand up and give a little wave. Thank you. Seated next to her is the tiny tot princess, Ayana Bird. Give a wave, Ayana. Next to Ayana, we have the junior princess, Jatiras Thomas. You can wave to everyone. And this little boss man here, that is our little warrior, Callan Stone. Callan. And we have our visitor in the back who's here with us to join. He's also going to do a dance performance tonight. That is Mr. Daryl Burton Jr. So without further ado, I know that there's many relatives that we have on the nation here who are kind of eerie and coming out to public events, but that's okay. That's understandable. We do have a lot of relatives from near and far who wanted to be here today, who wanted to join us. So we had the opportunity to have this broadcasted live for them to join us. And on behalf of the nation, we do have a gift here to gift our leadership and to signify, all of our appreciation, to acknowledge them. And also, too, it's not a easy task. It's a 24/7 job, especially representing our nation, especially holding our people and their hands on their shoulders. So with that, we'd like to present them with a blanket here. And just to give them that encouragement, give them that support, and also all the wishes and all the good words that, our people out there might have in their mind, might have said while conversating with one another, that could go along with these blankets too, and that could guide them and protect them on their journey while being in leadership for us here. So without further ado, I'll call up Clarence, if he can come up here. And with that, join me, everyone, in congratulating and applauding our re-elected Chief Tanya Egler Antiman Stone. Thank you. You can stay there. Introducing our newly elected councillor, Celeste Musamid. Introducing re-elected councillor, Deborah Stone. Introducing newly elected Sandy Wahobin. Introducing newly elected Councillor Brad Starchief. Introducing re-elected Councillor Mr. Tristan Bird. So with that, everyone, I introduce to you our new leadership of Mosquito Grizzly Bears Head Leanman First Nation 2021 to 2023 Chief and Council. So while they're getting their nice pick in, we will have Chief and Council remain standing there. And we are going to have our singers who had brought over their drums to sing them an honor song. After that, it is open to come up to give a fist pound to them or elbow to elbow, if you please. Okay, singers. All right, at this time, we'll have our royalty. You can go up first and shake hands or fist pound with chief and council. All right, you are welcome to come up to congratulate our new leadership.
Hi, 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 hi. Congratulations to the new chief and council. Let's give him one more round of applause. As we move on with the agenda, we got Vice Chief Pratt. He's here to say a few words. But we'll wait till the pictures are done here, and we'll wait for the chief and council to have a seat, and Vice Chief Pratt.
Thanks, Emery. Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, get the thumbska tinawa, wago gamantik, kakio, David Pratt, and Sigo San Muscapeting, Ochinia. First of all, I want to thank and acknowledge our elder for saying the opening prayer this morning and starting us off in a good way. I acknowledge Tribal Chair Neil Sasakamoose behind me, BATC. I want to acknowledge Senator Spyglass, all the people that are here to be able to come and gather, that are in person and watching via the internet today through Facebook and all the social media outlets. I want to acknowledge our dancers here, our young warrior that was here, and our young princesses, and Daryl Burton Jr., who did a good job at the Oilers game last week. How many saw that? Man, oh man. He was tearing that place up, and there's a packed place, and it went all over the NHL. So good job representing us, Daryl. And that's what it's all about. It's about promoting our people and promoting to live those good, healthy lifestyles, and Daryl's one of them. I want to acknowledge, of course, the people that were gathered here for today, and that's the leadership, Chief Tanya and the council that are gathered here today, Tristan and Debbie that are returning, and then the new people, Brad and Sandy and Celeste. We want to wish you well over the next 2 years. 2 years will go fast, but I just want to say and acknowledge how much we've seen Mosquito progress these last 2 years, how much has happened in your nation. And I think it goes to show of the strength of leadership. You know, all these things, all these good things that are happening don't just happen. It takes leadership. It takes the technical people and the staff supporting all that work. You know, you just bought a steak there in the hotel last week. So now you'll have a place to go and support. So every time someone stays in those rooms, you're supporting Mosquito. A portion of those funds that are generated will come to your nation to help the young people. And that's what it's all about. And I could go on and on and on and talk about the POW Arbor last year, this past summer, that we were able to gather. It was built in 2 months' time. And next thing you know, we were able to gather under there. And all that took a lot of work. And I not only want to acknowledge the chief and council, but the staff, because we know as leaders, we can't do it without our staff. Our staff are there to support us. Our staff work long hours. Our staff earn their money, their pay, because of the amount of hours and dedication that they give to serve our people. And I just want to say to the leadership, we're here for you as your federation. We'll continue to support you when called upon to do so. We're here anytime you need help, opening doors or letters of support or just advice. Our federation stands behind you. Chief Cameron couldn't be here today. He sends his regrets, but also sends his congratulations. He's at Star Blanket today. They're beginning the ground radar search at the LeBret Indian Residential School. So he's a part of that ceremony, along with our new elected Vice Chief Ali Bear, Vice Chief Heather Bear, I don't know, we got to call them the two bears. I guess Vice Chief Bear 1 or 2. I don't know how we're going to number them, but Vice Chief Heather Bear taking some time off, a much needed rest. We just come through a long campaign. My throat's still not fully recovered from talking too much. So with that, I think I'll cut it short. Congratulations. We wish you well. And we do have a presentation to make to you as well as your elder today. Hi, migoits marsicho, padami and panamia.
Hi, good words, Vice Chief Pratt. BATC Executive Neil Sasakamus.
Hey everyone, my name is Neil Sasakamus. Alexis Christensen, I don't know who's from BATC here. Yeah, come up, just to show everyone who you are. Leslie Ann, not too sure who else is here. Sheldon, oh, Sheldon's brand new. He's first day of work with us today is Sheldon Fox from Sweetgrass. He's our new communications person. So this is BATC, and it's a real honor. I didn't get a chance to come a week ago. It was Tanya lost her dad, so I know how that feels. It's still tough when I see that. And one thing about COVID, you don't get to go to funerals. You don't get to go sit with people long. It's been a tough year. November 24th is my dad's passing a couple weeks from now. So we're gonna have a feast, but it'll be, 15, 20 people, it still can't gather. Still a lot of infection in Atakakoop. That's where I'm from, Sandy Lake. There's still lots of infection there, and we lost another person there the other day. And just always careful around people. You don't see us much coming into the reserves. We just don't want to, just scared to get people sick, And I know people don't have to understand it, but the ones that got affected by it, like me, I'm really careful. It's not that I'm avoiding people. I just don't want to get no one sick. I got my vaccines. I can go around, but I can carry it and I can still give it to someone ill and someone old and get them sick. And I know exactly how you feel. And I know, Charles, I buried 3 brothers in 4 years. And so I know grief really good. I know it like really good now. 4 years ago, I didn't think about death. 4 years later, boy, do I understand it. And I'm glad to see Clarence, when he says you got to let go, you got to trust in God and the Creator, and you have to just trust in it. It's part of life, but boy, it's hard to go through. So for Chief Tanya, I really proud of you. You're able to you're able to stand up, go through an election, put your name up there, and your dad. You just put your dad down to rest here not more than a few days ago, and I couldn't do that. That tells me how strong you are. You're able to stand on your feet. My dad used to say, stand on your feet all the time. Like, even when there's no one around you, it's okay. It's good to stand on your own 2 feet. People will come help you sometimes, but it's better you stand on your own 2 feet, and I understand that. But it's always good to come to Mosquito. My brothers who aren't here anymore, we were rooted really deep in this area. We used Mansell, my brother. I miss that guy so much. So, but I was really close to Mansell. But I got to meet his daughter. She's working for us now. I didn't know that, but she works in Midtown Plaza. We opening a store there, and when you go to Midtown Plaza, make sure you go to the store. We have a store. It's crafts and arts, and anything people will make, will buy, and non-First Nation people will come see your stuff there. So, but I met his daughter, and she works there. And I'm glad, because that's at least that's my connection to my old friend Mansell. So, but it's always good to see everyone. Curly, I know you used to always try to punch me a couple of years ago, but it's really good. You know what? I'm from Sandy Lake. We're all from different places. I'm so proud of Mosquito. Like, you don't know how proud we are. We're big fans of Mosquito, Grizzly Bears, and Lean Man. Always have been, always will be. We always just want to see you just success and strive. It's what we always wish for. All of us on the outside, you get caught looking at the inside and listening sometimes to yourself, but there's a lot of fans you have out there that want to see you just go have lots of stuff for all your people. Be proud of what you got, what you're going to build. You got good council here, good chief. You know, we're all here. This is us. We're here to help. We don't own, we don't control anything. We swear too that we can't have any conflict with anything. We don't get involved in elections. We don't pick sides, nothing. But we all get dragged through the mud sometimes, but that's the way it is for us. But we're here to help you. Glad to see your nurse. She graduated, Hope, I think. She graduated with my daughter. There's 3 girls in the spring, and they got thrown into a pandemic. So I always gotta give a shout out to Hope. She graduated, and the first job she had was to deal with a pandemic for our own people. So good to see you, Hope. But with that, I don't want to take too much time. Everyone has to eat. Everyone's getting hungry, I think. So, but on behalf of all of us here and all our 6 bands, Chief Tanya, have a really good, successful term, and all their council, get along best you can, look forward. That's why you have headdresses, is to see the future. And that's where you have to go, is to the future. Everything in the past is there already, and today's today, tomorrow's future. You build towards tomorrow all the time. But thank you very much, you guys, for having us. Okay.
Maybe we'll have Neil's staff stick around to give Vice Chief Pratt a hand with honoring the new chief in council, gifting them some quilts. So let's call up the chief in council to come line up right here, and we'll do the honoring. You can't pawn these. They're not curtains or doors, Pratt said. Congratulations, Mosquito, Grizzly, Head, Lean Man, First Nations, new chief in council. At this time, we're going to have a lunch break, I believe, and we'll have the elder pray for the food. Ethel Stone, kantum going to pray for the food. And kite agnigan, kya agmitsuna. Let's give him one more round of applause. Ethel Stone, kantum gon. Okay. Kisita tse kite yakya ani gan tamgo nawa gute kanto mitsui. Take care, man. Kwamaya Katsyo. Ethel's gonna pray for the food. Take off your hats. Hi, Elder Ethel Stone. Okay, paka kami gawi meet sa. We're gonna have lunch break and elders can tumgona onigan. Elders first. If you wanna line up, hi.
So for those in attendance, while you are grabbing your food, in about 5 minutes, we're going to have some dance performances here. And after that, we'll get into the chief and council speeches right after that. So 5 minutes, we'll begin the dance performances.
I'm getting tired of this, waiting here for you. Tell me what to do, 'cause I'm falling madly in love with you. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, I'm getting tired of this, waiting here for you. Tell me what to do, 'cause I'm falling madly in love with you. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, hey, ah. Hey, oh, hey, hey, ah. Hey, oh, hey, hey, ah. Hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, ah. Hey, oh, hey, oh. I'm getting tired of this, waiting here for you. Tell me what to do, 'cause I'm falling madly in love with you. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh.
is everybody doing today? Danse, Daryl Breton Jr., Nitsigasun, Niso Saptatapanon, Satellite Cree Nation Ochinia. Upsis, I'm learning our Cree language and trying to keep our culture alive. And I read something on the internet and it said that our culture and our knowledge and our teachings and our way of life and learning how to and being able to live and survive off Mother Earth is more knowledgeable and more richer than a PhD or any degree from any university. And I absolutely believe that's so true. But to not discourage everyone going to school or pursuing school or having that as a goal, because we as Indigenous people, we have the best of both worlds. We have our rich culture and being able to survive and live off the land, live off Mother Earth. And then we could also have the advantages in the Munial world, in the business world, because we have tax-free, we have our reserves, we can register a business on the reserve, we can have that tax-free income, and we can do different things. So it's pretty cool, pretty unique. I'm just gonna give a standby for our royalty, our princesses that are still with us today, still in the crowd. I know you guys are grabbing a quick bite, a quick something to eat. But if you ladies would like to get ready, get your stuff on, because we're gonna have a song to honor the royalty, and I'll talk for like 40 seconds while you guys come out to the dance floor. I'll call you guys out to the dance floor. I'm very honored and blessed to be here. I originally met Chief Tanya at the powwow that you guys had, the first powwow this past summer, and the reason why I even like speak to counselors, I guess you could say, is my company Communicate. We create apps for First Nation communities, and the app that we created and the technology Communicate is basically it was for Driftpaw Cree Nation back in 2018 because over 50% of their members lived off reserve, and they had a problem communicating with their off reserve members. And even like right now, like we're live on Facebook and using technology. And not everyone can be here present with us in the hall or on the reserve. People have jobs, maybe they live off reserve or live in a different province, or maybe they're going to school somewhere, maybe another country away. So Driftpaw wanted an app, and we created an app for them, and we just helped fill that communication gap between administration and membership. So originally, that's why I approached Chief Tanya back in summertime, just to network, kind of plant the seed, I guess you could say, and then maybe if she's interested or sees the value, then maybe perhaps have a meeting with Chief and Council. Hopefully I can have a meeting with Chief and Council and show them how the app works. And then it's based off if they like it. If they like what they see and they think it would be good and benefit the nation, then they can decide if it should be implemented or not. I'm just the messenger. So that's why I'm here today. And then also not only that, but a lot of people think, especially Nathan, wherever Nathan is, Nathan thinks I'm a celebrity, but I'm just a regular. I'm just a regular young man. Like I'm just a regular guy. Like all of you guys here today. I'm just a regular human being. On Monday last week, I had the honor to dance for the Edmonton Oilers and NHL team, and it was super super exciting. And I was honored to be a part of it. And then from there, like a lot of people reached out to me and like sent me messages, called me, texted me and everything like that. They're like, what you're doing is really good. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Keep being humble. Don't get your head too high in the clouds. Just remember that you're equal with all your brothers and sisters. And I love what you're doing because like my children, they were watching the TV, they were watching you dance and they're like, wow, like that power dancer is on the ice for the Oilers, the Edmonton Oilers and NHL team. And I'm a power dancer too. And if he can do it, then I can do it too. And like, just like providing and sparking that inspiration in the young ones and the ones that are watching that are power dancers as well. Even just like our younger Indigenous youth, for example, like Nathan was explaining to me, like the reason why he just loves to promote me on his social media. I'm 22 years old. And he was just explaining that like our young ones could learn a lot, especially kind of like around my age group and like just like what I'm doing. Like for example, like David Pratt was here from FSIN and I was shaking hands with him and trying to set up a meeting with FSIN to maybe do an app for them as well. And then also BATC was here as well, shook some hands with some of them, got some contact to set up a meeting with them. And like I'm here to honor you guys and support you guys and swearing in the new elected Chief and Council. Give a round of applause for our Chief and Councilors that have just been reelected again. So I believe we have our royalty, our princesses. They're ready to go. They made it to wear it, and we're gonna head on over to Northern Cree. They made it to wear it. Let's tear it, Northern Cree. Hoka. Just kidding. Working on my MC skills. Maybe I can MC the Power Trail one day. A stum. So we have our royalty going to be dancing to this song to honor them. Take it away, ladies. Show us your beautiful style. Ha ha, hey! Let's give another round of applause for our dancers, our royalty, our princesses. I just want to kind of explain like some background history of myself. So what they just did, like the little ones right here dancing, you did such a good job, and it might not seem like much right now, but then years later down in your journey of life, you'll realize, wow, like that dance performance that I did as a little child actually helped me like with my being in the public eye, being in front of people, and like also speaking and everything like that. Like for example, I was with my mother as a little baby, a little boy growing up, and she was the one like teaching, facilitating, doing workshops, playing the flute. I learned how to play the flute from her. I learned everything that I did from my mother, the colors, the designs, what they represent, what they mean, everything from my mother. And little did I know, traveling with her, going to all these different powwows and performances and events and workshops and conferences, that it would help me with my, I guess you could say, communicating, my public speaking, my words and everything like that, and being, I guess you could say, comfortable up in front of everybody. Like I don't know anyone here, but I feel comfortable. I feel welcome. I feel at home. That's just the energy that I feel here. So thank you guys for welcoming me into your community and allowing me to showcase my style of dance. I don't want to take up too much time, so I'm actually just going to get right into it. But I just want to explain like my fancy bustle dance because some people might not know like the fancy bustle dance and what it means and what it represents. So just a quick little history lesson. So the men's fancy dance originated in the 1800s with the Wild Wild West shows. And it's kind of like a circus, like they travel from city to city, town to town, but the Wild Wild West show travel from city to city, town to town. And they wanted something that would create like a wow factor that would generate more audience, because more audience meant more tickets sold, more sunias. So then from there, they thought of like, okay, well, we have our men's traditional, they have one bustle around their waist. And we have our men's grass, they have no bustles at all on their waist or shoulders. We have our men's chicken, which have a little bustle around their waist. They're like, how about we put a second bustle on this new category and call it men's fancy, because it's fancy, it's flashy, and it's one of the most contemporary styles out there. And I hope that you guys enjoy my performance, my dance, because I'm dancing. I was taught that I dance for those that are unable to dance. I dance for those that are going through hardship. I dance for all of our ancestors that passed away in Indian residential school. I dance for all of our survivors of Indian residential school. I dance for all of those that have endured trauma from the survivors of Indian residential school. So I dance for all those reasons. I dance for the disabled, the ones that can no longer walk or see or move their arms or limbs the way that they used to be. I dance for those many reasons and all those reasons. And I believe that's why I do so good when I'm on the dance floor, because my spirit just takes over and I just get lost in the song, and I just give her, I just jam out. So I hope you guys enjoy my dance and that you guys feel that energy when I'm out there on the floor. So hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Hi. Daryl Breton. Let's give him another round of applause. He reminds me of me when I was 21. So we're gonna move on with the agenda. Can you give me a little more volume? Hi. And I think it's time to bring out Emery Burning Grass here. He wants to say a few words. Hey, Tanse. How's everybody doing today? Emery Burning Grass, Nasiga, Sun. Hey, what's your name? Where are you from? Tennessee? Because, baby, you're the only 10 I see. Nistuta no te pig squatagok no te witamatagok this next election got niga. Nistai, I had a hard, rough life, way, but people change. I want to come back to the reserve and help everybody out, you know. They're trying to cut off welfare. Yeah, welfare. We're entitled to that. Hey, just kidding. But you know, Nista, I want to run for leadership because I'm tired of running from the law. But I don't have education. I don't even have a grade 12. Well, I did grade 4 3 times, so I guess you could say I have a grade 12. But I still have my PhD. Pretty handsome dude. But at this time, I want to call up Chief Tanya Gapipikskut. Let's give her a round of applause again. Hi. Sorry.
What a beautiful day, you know, waking up this morning and taking my time as usual, not rushing, and just acknowledging, you know, the outcome and the sun is shining. And a year ago today, there was snow and there was ice and people were, you know, sliding in a ditch and or shoveling their driveway. So it's amazing. It's amazing that we have such a beautiful day. And it's been a rough 15 days. It really was. But I know grief is painful. And I want to share with the young people, it's okay. We have to allow ourselves to grieve. And we have to talk. And we have to share our emotions and show our emotions. And I know my dad is smiling. I know that. And I know he lived a good life. And this past summer, the way he lived is unbelievable. I was worried about him, the way he was partying with these young guys. But he had fun. He had fun. And that's what I'm going to remember. All those good times, all those hard times, and talking about it. And 12 years ago, when he got a double lung, us girls sat down and the other day and we were grateful. We're grateful that we had our dad an extra 12 years because we could have lost him a long time ago. So it's tough. I want to acknowledge my people who supported. Maybe they weren't there physically, but the phone calls, the text messages, the acknowledgement were coming in, they were pouring in. And, you know, I know everyone loved my dad. He was a bus driver, he was a Cree teacher, and he really enjoyed his horses. And I'm so proud, you know, he got his Indian residential school money, and I'm so proud that he bought some horses. You know, he got back into that because I grew up around horses, cows, pigs, animals, and I'm so grateful for that. And that's something we want to encourage here in our nation. Because when you're busy as a child, you learn so much. You learn so much. You learn to be responsible. You learn strong work ethic. You learn to get up, and you learn to do things, and you learn not to give up. And so we bought cows. And one day, I see our young women and men that are interested in the cattle operation to get into it. And we're going to have a lot of cows. So I first of all want to acknowledge my people for standing there with me through the ugly time, the hurting times, and the laughing times. We did a lot in the last 2 years, 2.5 years. And being in your first term, you don't think you're going to run into a global pandemic. And I really believe the Creator above put 4 women that time for a reason, because we have big hearts and we lead differently. And I'm not saying we're above our men. No, I'm saying we look at the worldview differently. And we had 2 young men with us. And we pushed things along. And we need our young men. We need our young men to talk to young men. Because somewhere along the line, our little ones or those teenagers, they're not listening to our old people. I've seen it with my own eyes. Our young men need to talk to our young men to be good role models. So I want to acknowledge the former leaders, Lorianne, Kyle, and Brenda. Job well done. But I know Creator has a path for you. And I know each and every one of you have strong work ethics and will continue on. The beauty of this last leadership, every single one of them had a strong work ethic. That was the only difference. That was the beauty of that team. Because they knew you have to wake up, you got to get a job done. And the beauty of this new team is we got 3 young men. 3 young men from 3 different families. And they're going to plant that seed to be positive role models. Everyone that you see at the table comes from a different family. And that speaks volumes of our nation and where we're going. We're all representing our nation, our families, our 3 chiefs, Chief Mosquito, Chief Grizzly Bearhead, Chief Lean Man. They're being represented, and they're being honored. And that's how I see this team moving forward. I really want to acknowledge our cookums. They taught me something, and I seen it with my own eyes. When women speak and when they pull together, things happen. And those cookums, those phone calls, those meetings, and sitting at the table, some expressed concern and frustration and sadness of what and the things that were said during this election, the cruel words that were coming out of mouths. They're worried. And we can't turn to those lodges in a bad way. I'm so happy that the former leaders, we invested in those lodges. Little did I know that those lodges were going to be for me too. And I know it's the lodge that's going to help me. Those songs, the dancing, They're going to help me and my people. They're going to help me get through this. To the ones that ran, I can only encourage you to be very cautious of how you go around. You cannot brag who's supporting you. You cannot brag how much money you have, because we know it's not about money. We have a lot of work to do to move forward. And I have an amazing staff. I have representation from every single family. And if anyone walked out of that band office, it's not because of the leadership. It's because they didn't want to be there. And when someone doesn't want to be somewhere, we don't force them to be there. I truly believe, as leaders, it's our responsibility to groom the next leaders. It's our responsibility to walk a good road, encourage each other, support each other, believe in each other. That is our responsibility. And the Cookums, I have to go back to the Cookums because you give me strength. You give me strength. And the scarves, they give us strength. I want to acknowledge Michelle and her spouse, Darwin. They give me this horse. And I was criticized for volunteering my own time with the equine this past summer. But that was my way to spend some time with my family, spend some time with my dad, spend some time with cousins, because 2.5 years, you're super busy. And I know that equine is going to also help me. So I want to acknowledge them for this medallion. That time spending on a track was my own time. I even went live. We had a podcast and Nathan was a big part of that. And during that little time, I got to be myself, Tanya. Everyone's like, oh my gosh. You know, at first when we started interviewing people, I go, the chief is interviewing us. I said, no. Just let's promote the sport. And I went to every camp. And by the end of the camp, I got to know names. And I've heard about Emery before, but that's where I got to know he was always teasing and always joking. And we had a couple of different events in my time here that we invited him. We had a honoring of our legacy art in Solomon. And that's going to be my legacy. And I want everyone to know, I want to celebrate people. I want to celebrate people, and I want you to know that I'm so proud of you, that you represent Mosquito, Grizzly Bear Head, Lean Man. And those signs coming in, it's only going to get bigger. We're going to include our sports. We're going to include our drums, our dancers, our singers. We have some really good entertainers out there that play music, the rap music. I just got to meet them here a couple of weeks ago. We have people that are getting into videoing and recording of stories. And that's what I want to concentrate on, is that history and sharing that history at the Ridge. So each and every one of us, we have a role to play. We need to support each other and encourage each other. We may not like each other, but we have a job to get done. And we got families to represent. And I just want to share a real quick story before I end. It's kind of the Cookums, how silly some Cookums can be. We finished up a live when we were honoring late Art and late Solomon, my Mushum. And we had three well-known folks there. And we had two MCs, Donnie Spadell and Earl Wood, and we had Emery Burning Grass. The next day, the phone call rang, and it was a cookum. She said, "Tell me the truth. Who did you go home with?" The puppet? I said, "Grandma, cookum, settle down." I said, "He's a married man. It's not like that. They're all my friends. You know, I get along with everybody." And that's that nation to nation relations, is getting along with people, laughing together. And, you know, being part of and representing our nation at AFN, at FSIN, within our territory, Treaty 6, Treaty 4, absolutely incredible. Incredible when leaders show up at the table. It's really that simple. Leaders showing up at the table when you need to be at the table. It was really a unique and interesting time during COVID, because we had to be innovative and we had to be creative. Because it's unspeakable of the work that was done in the last 2.5 years and the amount of jobs that we created in a global pandemic. And I'm so proud of everybody that was part of that. Everyone. And to our little ones are watching us. And the best part of this job is going to the school and you hear the little whispering, "The chief is here, the chief is here." And when you get there, they're just all lining up, hugging you. That's the best part of this job. And with that, I'm going to continue that mentality, that vision, and support as many people as we can, bringing people home and working together and promoting and grooming new future chiefs. With that, have a good day.
Hi, Chief Tanya Stone. Hi, good words. And you know, a lot of our young people, and Tanya mentioned it, you know, we're going through a lot of healing. And I myself, you know, I've been in the gang scene. I've tried crack cocaine, I've tried cocaine, I've tried crystal meth. And you know, Eguatagita tika nuts uskayak. And you know, we could read about it and pretend we know a lot about the topic, but you know, being there, being in that situation, growing up without that father figure, you know, I've made some bad choices in my life growing up in Onion Lake Cree Nation. And today, you know, it's affecting me in a lot of different ways where I feel like I'm the black sheep. But you know, there was lots of times, and those are the tough times our people are going through. We have suicide, we have addictions. And you know, every day we face those problems. And one day, you know, I woke up and it only took one person to believe in me. And that's my wife today, Carmen. Prior to that, as soon as I would trip, my own community would come like this and a bunch of them would start kicking me while I'm down. That didn't help me. And you know what she's talking about? Encouraging our youth, our young people to become better people, to become something. We're all given a gift. It's up to us to go and find that gift. And you know, I took my my healing journey. And you know, I never thought I would be anything. And you know, that's a really, really harsh thing, that envy, that jealousy. Us as First Nations people, kapaknama, that's not who we are. Kagwe gaski tamaswa. Kawitito sagito win. And Emery, he doesn't give a shit. He eats that. But you know, I wanted to point that out. Kapap, you know, laughter is good medicine. But at this time, you know, I'd like to call Deborah Stone. Hi.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for coming out to the swearing-in ceremony. I'm humbled to work for our community for another 2 years. I'm very thankful for everyone who supported me on and off, and even in the States. I'm very glad to be able to work with an awesome team, and the ones that the past ones that Lori, Kyle, and Brenda. I'm truly gonna miss you three, but I know that you guys have a very strong work ethic and you'll do good. And I'd like to give a shout out to my mother for all the support she's given me all my life. As for me too, I'm on my healing journey. I continue to pray and go to sweats. Before my dad passed away, I never even thought about the Creator because I was on a rough path myself. And I wasn't angry at the Creator when he took my dad. Instead, that's what made me believe more in the Creator, because I knew my dad was right there, right beside him, and he would help the Creator make me be who I am today. And I'd just like to say thank you all for your continued support. We will all continue to where we left off. And our vision is always the future, the children, and our community. And like Chief says, we may not all, get along sometimes, but we have to make a healthy and prosperous nation for our people. So with that, thank you all. Washte Shina.
Hi, Counselor Deborah Stone. Hello. Like I said earlier, you know, I don't have much of an education. One day in school, I asked the teacher, I said, "Teacher, can I go and use the washroom?" He said, "You can go and use the washroom, Emery, only if you can get the answer right." I said, "Okay, what's the question?" He said, "Use the word ear in a sentence. And if you can get it right, you can go and use the washroom." So I thought, let's see, ear. Okay, teacher, I got it. Okay, Emery, use the word ear in a sentence. I told him, "My uncle and my dad were smoking a skinny cigarette in the shed last night. And every time my uncle would grab the skinny cigarette from my dad, he would take a drag and hand it back and say, 'Ear.'" So all the kids started to laugh at me. Said, "I'm going to give you another chance, Emery. Use the word deliver." I said, deliver. Okay, I got it. Me and my grandpa shot a moose last night, and we cut out the heart and the liver. But yeah, I had my bachelor's, but they took those away from me because I found a woman. But the next new counselor we're going to call up, Celeste Mooseman. One of my exes, you know, as soon as she seen me, as soon as I walked in, Celeste saw me. And I could feel something was wrong. And you know, I seen a tear coming down her face. I wanted to go and comfort her and give her a hug. But I was too afraid to wipe away her eyebrows. Yeah. Celeste.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm just wanting to say thank you to everybody that did support me and is going to be supporting our new chief and council. It's going to be a really big job, and I know that I took that oath very seriously when I said every word of it. I'll carry it in my heart, and I'm just excited to learn, to grow, and to see what we can come up with as a team and unfold for our nation. I'm very excited, and I'll just keep it short and sweet. My ex embarrassed me. Thank you.
Hi, Celeste. Celeste likes puppets. That's why she became a puppet. Hey, it's a our next Sandy Wahobin. Let's give him a round of applause.
Right on. Thank you, Emery. First of all, I want to thank the creator. I want to thank my parents. I was kind of feeling down today because I know I made my dad proud and he can't be here today to come and see me up here, but I know I made another person proud and he's watching me from up there. And actually, I did this for him because I overheard my mom and dad talking about how Andy loved to try to be a counselor. And so I decided that one night, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to do it for you, Moose. And not only that, I had my common law talking to me and my mom and dad talking to me, my family talking to me. And I just want to thank everybody for voting. And if they didn't vote, that we wouldn't have our chief and council. And I look forward to working with these guys. I really do. And I know I'm going to need a lot of help, and I'm going to look into my community for that help. I'm going to listen to them. I'm going to make them proud of me. And there's a lot more I can say, but I don't want to say a lot because my tooth is hurting and I have an appointment soon. So thank you guys. Aho.
Hi. Emery here. Sometimes he says stuff and I can't control him. But yeah, you know, I was never good in school. One day, you know, I said, I went to Lloydminster with my Musum, my grandpa. And, you know, coming from the reserve, I wanted to go and eat out somewhere. I always heard about McDonald's, and, you know, I asked my Musum, I said, Musum, kagi tahin sa McDonald's. Can you take me to McDonald's? He said, I can take you to McDonald's if you know how to spell it. And I said, geez, never mind, Dan. Let's go to KFC. But you know, like I always say, the past is the past, and we gotta keep on keeping on. And I see a few cougars here tonight. Exes, aunties. But you know, the past is the past. Just let me go. But I made you you exes the exes song. I want to sing this song to you ladies. It goes a little something like this. Wait 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 hey hey wait hey wait hey wait hey ho wait hey 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 way yo. Girlfriend one, we had fun. 2 and 3 cheated on me. Girlfriend 4, you're out the door. 5, 6, shacked up in the sticks. 7, 8, we're too straight. 9 and 10, I'll never do this again. Sorry, this is hard. We are Just kidding. I don't care about my exes. Next person. Mr. Sandy Wahobin. Oh yeah, Brad. Sorry, B-Rad. Brad Star Chief, my brother from another mother. Aho.
Thank you. Well, I'd like to thank the elders who came today. All the many elders who I spoke to in the last 45 days. It's going to be a little bit, I know it's going to be a challenge the next 2 years, but I think it's going to be a little bit easier with the team that I got, that we have here. I moved away about 20 years ago, and I just moved back 13 months ago. And I'm so glad. That was probably the best choice in my life coming back here. I see a lot of energy, opportunity here for everyone. Just excited and ready to work today with these guys and girls. So yeah, that's it.
Hi. But yeah, the teacher, you know, one day I said, teacher, I still need to go use the washroom. He said, okay, use the word dandelion in a sentence. I said, nah, real easy. Okay, dandelion, Emery. I told him, okay, dandelion. The cheetah is faster dandelion. Tristan Bird. Aho.
Dansadoya, Miasa no Pampangakyo. I just want to say thank you to everyone that believed in me. I said I wasn't going to cry today, but I'm probably going to cry a little bit. But I'm an emotional guy, and I don't hide my feelings. And you know, if I feel something, I'll say it. I led my nation for 4 years proudly, and I'll continue to do it again for another 2. And we don't know the future, but I just know it takes hard work, determination, nation. A great chief like Chief Tanya. She's taught me a lot. She's a beautiful person. I'm excited to work with her again. We always get along. My baby loves her. And there's nothing more than a better role model than Chief for my daughter. Well, besides me, but I love you. I love everybody. I'm thankful for where I am today. You guys made me the way that I am, and I'm proud. And I lead with my heart. And I lead with all the advice our elders, my people. I'm proud to be here. I do it for her, my wife, my community. And I'll keep doing it that way. No one's going to stop me. I'll lead with my heart forever and ever, and that's a promise to my people. I thank you, and I'm scumtinoa.
Oh, yeah. Whatever, Tristan. Hi, everybody. Emilia Sigason. Is that Star Chief guy single? Just kidding. I'm not going to put them under. But I think we're almost. Gladys Wapas Greyeyes Kintum going. Come say some encouraging words. Wisdom. Hello, Dance. Gladys. Dance.
Kami nakita snimtan na that raggy dog.
There's a chair behind you. You want to sit?
Yeah. Yan. Huh? Ah. Ni ganito yung gananas ko mama mo yung tayo mo. Yung sapat manom kiskaw ta kapesitos katago. Okay, uskay kagi patats ke kwa. Kio au kisno swap mo e kwa ma inanas ko taman. Mu taho ke kahapo ya. Kani hai ko kio au inanas ko no. Igi no swap mo e igi wa pata me tansiki ko e peise. Pasikuna ke niso aski muapo osmepsis. Mistake kwai e pegaskitats ke penukutats kio amagan mucha. Kio sitos koaiko e kwa tsipoko eno asunaiko. E kwa ma munan toi tapatan kahatoimi tai sino asa ikipit kwa haya kanista maku ya kikoi. E kwa mina e teim kuusit ai sino e teim kau e koma umiskun kan takap maihti awin kanke kano asap mo e uteni kani uskais sako kawasak iksknoap mkwe koktan siswas kau yek nagatohkek minisik totai kay sino iskweo awe mamoyo tawi mau eki no asonat iskweo eki saway mat kanukuhtait matson minä kanakatuhkata hekuam matson. Moi oma vaitsasen kaiskuevi. Minä moi miuasen kiitsai sinu kama mai piikskuatat. Kisin kiikoik tätä vihtamaa kiitsai sinu uitapn. Ai muuttamuk. Kuhes vastaa kiikoi. Eikä ei miuas kai mai vitsehtok. Tapskot sama kahki om soat se vitsaa nihtoja, ewa kuhtoja. Aski ewa kuhtama, kiisik ewa kuhtama. Minä ukikaap mihats koa kumanok, tahas tukui misnä no. Pun piikaap mtsua juuttin. Kahki ohi kikua ewa kuhtama aski. Kihan on aski epe eki mikusia. Kap muhtaatama ke kauin aski. Euk tän juuri suuna kahki oi hinne pemastama kaujähteiseksi noa pahtama kiikoi. Kes miui tsehtoja. Kisin kiikoi moi miuasen. Punihtamaatok. Ka kiihtuhkaatok. Kitmaa kiihtok. Makataan takamaat sihtaik. Mutta niikaan kamaat sihtaik. Kanaatte imsok. Punihtamasok kiikoi kai miuask. Ja juuri ihki kiittää. Kaniikaan justa magiik. Taihkin. Maka kai aja kaktimaa kimtok. Ai manom. Kapatap mihtai sinu. Ekuhan on se on nussimo. Mutta tässä minä kiihtoa muumme uetsas niika toske untaka. Kap niikaan nusta magiik. Ekuhan tonen kehtsnä on. Uhtau ja pesi toskaku. At sahkana. Kakke kauitsekuno. Kami uitsekuno kakke kasitoskakuno. Ekuhan on nussim. Uhtau ja maskotsek teotsem stai kauitsihku. Moi katsk puni tenä no ja kannakattikuja. Stai kiivoikin nakattamakuno kaks noa pahtama. Kaks noha maa saakea. Mä kanna tapskotsan ohtsam kaa kiskaa. Niistä mä näen. Niitä on asimsak. Muine mä näytsemään asune nussima koska niko. Kaivihkats en napeo kokoski niko. Kaivihkat pah piikoks kuokun taukman. Muiks keihtenä aamstana toskeunen päijät iskueu. Tän tahtopisimme peikuik. Kapeita kohti eikota. Eikä kioamaan kapappaa suutta mikikoi. Kiipaa kui tiaho, no tämä paiktsika on. Muokska kiitti tää iskuju. Tänne kamtaa piisimä puhatti tos me pehat saasim suokatta kuuttaka penuksi. Mä am tonne ehtamok. Nia on nussimakka kiongiska naapmaak. Nussimak napeok nuihta maa kaivihkaatpaa pihikoks kuok. Kaivihkaats kahtemaak mihkok. Kaivihkaats vahuja kuattiikok. Maamma koin se tuuttamik. Maam tonne ehtamok tauk. Mutsiks kehtamik. Maanaka kahtemaak maikoks kuok. Me tänään meptäkin pessin kohkuivaskuis niikin. Kui matsi kehittäkin man kuokam kun tämän istsek. Aina mä kekevittämään kun eikä kanjevittämään takua on tautun. Uemaanan nussimak maamuks taskussa maaksooskuat matsuun. Ja kui mä näet siisotsk. Ja kui mä näet sihtatsk. Amma matsuun ikiä uihkuustsk. Uteom niinan kapeots passikui anteemme kuats. Tonne haima. Peekoski niinku aja. Eihän kutsut. Minä epäkohtamaan. Ja se on mekin kippahohtauskin niinku. Eikä he kai eikä he spieka pakni pegi oet. Tipiä on kauissa minua kun magana muin taimkot. Eikä teet sauhkot. Ei ole kauhean homma vassak. Kian homma puhu. kautsemme kuhtaa kokoke, uskaajak. Mumina pukuskaajak. Ukuttaka mapsik. Kani haikok. Mana tsihikok. Kahki oma epewa pahtama. Kahki oki koi matski koi maikoja. Taasim snok. Kussim nok. Tusnikim nok. Piise pumetsk. Pumetsk kau hawa maptanema ka kutsotta houskniko. Muhammaksa kihtuttama. Ekain toim koto kauissa, ekain toim kotauja. Sos kaatse kisse puhettetessä, kan eki uttegi pesak saasi tohtahi tektegi utse tapasitte kasmaa kanssa pentonaakot. Joktem kaptukona kan tomskaakot, kaa suaskeikan niihin toakotsot. Ei mahomma, ei kuusia matsuun. Muamme miikaujak. Mukki kuikanoa mukono kutna masua matsunno. Ja kuitan teitä kap muhtea. Ei haima. Stai niistä. Ajuak, aina nemtano ajuak. Tai spitsinne. Ahtsipumane. Tän seisuas kaujan. Tän seis piks kuatta. Saasimsak. Nussimak nyt saapana keko. Tansku tapane keko. Ja poikon keko. Aspiska apmak. Manatsisok. Manatsihtak matsun. Manatsihikok. Kitoni mua. Kitmageimsok. Minä mageimikok wassak. Skaikok. Mamitsihkok. Kanimihitotsikok. Matsunim skotska masutska. Kaupuinahki kaski. Kiano kanatouska kujakikoi. Maganista. Eikö se pukamme viittoään? Kai kahte magmihti ei sinu. Kaujakaa pehtava eik. Mui kehtsänä hotki kai katsomot. Kai jää suunna muke tapaknamu. Niin miittos vaiks naamaa koja kuam. Stikoa. Niin piahmaa niinku kamiuskam. Kattakoakin kanssa eiks naamaa koja. Niin piahkaa pakihtiki. Eiks naamaa koja kiana inuak. Mä mua psissiä hoitaa hommi. Puhuittekaakin pakkin kuusia. Niin piakapaa kihtike. Yksi no mä kuja mä muu jo taimau. Kiiko ei kai mihaasik maat sunua. Pak tuotteek. Muikaatko muu saaknamik. Muika kaspuutta ei kiiko ei kai mihaasik. Mä naatsimik kiitsai sinu. Tanssin sen toihtaman kes mä naatsi kauinuksis mä naatsi hihko. Pun ihtamaakin. Pun kahtemaakin mihko kai sinua kau amma katauskaa kun hauski peittook maan kehtee. Naka tohke tanssai spiiksua että kitsai sinu. Eikä ikittima. Tänne miset niistä nuopahteen. Mä kiikoihta kun matsamaskikin kiihtoak ne kiihkoak. Mä kohteen niikaan kika pehteen nauhaa kiihtoak. Mä kiikoi. Eko kakis muukam kohkaa kakin miikuusia kaka naussa muakea. Muihkin kaki maa patsihtaa kiikoi. Muihkin. Kiiko amma kaikki matsamaskikin mittuun. Kisnu temstai matskiikoi pikskoon spai. Kiam. Peahte kiam. Käs kiittoo köks. Poppuko peahtek. Tän se spiksuata tai sinu. Kainaan toise. Pastaa huonittakon. Ja pastaa haukua kun makannaka poiskokto asimsak. Poiskuittaiskon kanika enkä pastahtaan. Mä kun mani sua pahtamaan ottaiskon kan tän tahtoa kun peekki uhkaattamaan. Miehet tänemstä ei kiikous kepäik. Ewa pahtamaan. Ikohon niin kanjok. Muista siniota toske on nuo. Mä kiikoin niemassa neikan kiikoin skehten. Magaski. Yokta iniso ne utnami. Minau yasuyo. Kiksnama kuno kikawi no aski tanskis. Oskawi totamahom matson kakio ikusia. Magawi kats kisin gagasimuan. Muyo magama tapinaw. Ito takapiti pisingkahapan kamusta to taman. Magan kinanaskom tagok upseason to tawig. I'm very grateful. I'm very sorry for the ones that don't understand me, but you have friends that'll tell you what I said. I never say anything bad. Don't ever say anything bad about another human being. We're all made the same way. What we have, different languages, different tribes, different races. We're no better than anybody. You're no better than me, and I'm no better than you. You know, we have to understand where we're coming from. We have to start sharing our talents, our abilities, and respecting one another. I am a survivor of the residential school system. Maganggi po ni tamagan. I forgave that whatever happened to me back then. I look ahead. Done some great wayanos. Yeah, look ahead. You know, my sister always said we make mistakes in our lives. I said, where'd you get that word mistakes? Ni sa kapachini kainta. Those are not mistakes, those are lessons we learn. If it was a mistake, then you'll make sure it's not going to happen again. And if we have differences, instead of talking about people, putting them down, you know, sit down together. Talk about it. Talk about your differences. There's always a solution to a problem. But before I go any further, I need to tell you that I love you all. I am so proud of this community because of the progress I've seen coming in. And I'm so proud I came today to celebrate with you, re-electing your chief and bringing in some new councilors and keeping some of the last council. They're a team, and you put them there. So support them, continue supporting them, continue complimenting them. I would never change shoes with them. Never. Because it's a big business that they have to think about. The business for the welfare of the community, for the needs of the people. You know, we got to wait. We got to learn patience. Pugo, kan tato ya. With that, I'm going to cut it short because I can go on forever. Like I have over 80 years of learning experience. Ekwam sta maki ko emiu asik. Magana emrinton notice kuptao.
Hello, Egyasaskit. Don't believe her. Oh, good words. And Moek skita manigi wagumak, anutse witamagi wagumak, and 27th at come on the 27th, we're gonna have a lion contest. See if you can beat me. Hi, Gladys.
Kagaskitan, katagutian, kam sa paskiat.
So I think closing prayer. Gladys. Much kungisita inota. Closing prayer. Kagis.
Okay, kamita kon closing prayer, kita ko yan magigoy ka na kakapahaman. Kananas ko tamanam kis ka kimiupay kung kiti ko.
Kay magna giga min na hana. Hi.
Ewi tamatan. Eko mina, kita ko yan, kapian, kakakita mo yan. Te o meo te muniana kaks na pia pasako kwasko te o te hona pia e pia mo ko mata pia ka wi ka kis mosta magin apimana tapa team swikit ka wi amagun ka kis mun mo ki ko wi pahman sige mane uskma tsihta ek kutakaski ki tomen wi switch kasawich ka te ko mo te no oh.
Oh. Yeah, now she's trying to talk when it's all over. I got it. Yeah,
So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for bearing along with us in our agenda for today. Thank you, Martin, for your opening prayer for us this morning, as well as Ethel for praying over the food. Hi, Senator. Clarence, hi, for your help here with us today. And Gladys, thank you very much for your prayer and your words. And yeah, for all of those who had joined us live, thank you for, I guess, watching, participating. And as well, that pretty much concludes our swearing in ceremony for today. And honestly, I drove up here, I'm thinking, oh yeah, it'll only take about an hour and we'll have lunch. But no, this is the way it went. And it went very good. Thank you all for joining us. Chief, Council, thank you very much. And my co-MC, hi. The sound man, Keith, thank you for bringing over your equipment. Nathan, thank you for providing your equipment too. And with that, all of the staff who had a helping hand in making sure that today goes successfully. So with that, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Hi.